Well, how's it going? So today's video is a little bit different. Today I get to ask you your opinion. I get to ask you what you think. Normally I do a video and I give you my opinion. Now I want your opinion. So with that, let's get into the video. So here's my dilemma. So recently for Christmas, someone gave me a 1969 February edition of the American Rifleman. Pretty cool catalog to look through. So in this catalog, a lot of cool old ads. Something caught my eye. This, the Packmeyer Match Shooter's handgun case. And it really caught my eye because it's kind of right up my alley. I primarily like to shoot handguns, and a lot of times I go to the range with just handguns, so something like this would be perfect for me, right? Now, they're a little bit more than $27.50 nowadays, and that's where I ran into a problem. I started looking around trying to find one, and realized that they can be a lot more than $27.50. In fact, some of them can be well over 100, sometimes over 2 and even 300, depending upon if you can find one and what someone's asking for it and condition. So I kind of gave up until recently I was able to find one, and that's this. So I had to go on a bit of a road trip. It was kind of a fun experience, and I got this. I got it for a decent price compared to what a lot of people were asking, and so now I have a dilemma, right? Now, they still make versions of this case, not Packmeyer, but other companies, right? And a lot of people that have this style case, this case and other brand cases, have done quite a lot of little tweaks to it to improve it. Now, this one's in fairly good shape. It's hard to date it, but I know that this style case is at least from the 60s. I'm assuming they probably made it in the 50s. Again, I couldn't find any year or anything on this case, and information is kind of hard to find out, right? So I'm trying to figure out, and I need you guys' advice, if I should leave this case stock or if I should make the cool little tweaks to it that some of which you could have also made back then, and some are more modern. So I'm going to show you the inside of the case. Now, the nice thing is it's a locking case. Guy did not have the key I got it from, but thankfully I have a key on the way via eBay for a grand total of $5 because the keys were commonly produced and they're not hard to find. The keys are much easier to find than the case, which I guess is kind of a good thing. So here's the inside of the case in really nice shape, right? And really one of the only places it shows any large amount of wear is the felt. So what I was thinking of doing is if I leave it stock, it's going to stay just like this. But I do hope to use the case. Again, it's kind of cool and iconic, and let's face it, you roll into the range with this thing, you will be the coolest guy at the range. And we all know that's the most important thing of shooting, is not if you can hit the target, but if you can get everybody to be jealous of your big old box. And so here's what I would like to do. I would like to, a lot of the cases, both new and old, have a magnetic strip up here for magazines. And what that does is you can have all your empty magazines right along here and ready to go, right? So that would be one thing. Also, you saw in the picture, the advertisement, there's a thing up here to put a scope, spotting scope. I don't necessarily know if I would put a spotting scope in that, but my other thought was, because it's basically just a ring that holds a scope in place, I could put targets up there. I could roll up my targets, put them up there, keep them out of the way. Otherwise, they'd have to go in the bottom drawer. The other thing I might do is the felt is a little torn. That's one of the only things that are a little bit worn. So I might redo the felt. That probably wouldn't be too hard. Just be a matter of figuring out the length needed and ripping up the old felt and then taking the time to carefully apply new felt. Shouldn't be too hard, and it's not like if I screw it up I can't take it out. So the other thing you might notice is it's kind of dark in there, and most indoor ranges can be kind of shadowy and dark depending upon their lighting situation. And this was one of the modern upgrades I was thinking of doing, is it wouldn't be too difficult to put a small LED light kit in this thing, especially somewhere here in the top, something little battery operated, possibly something that could be rechargeable, so like I could just plug it in and charge it, every time it died. LED kits don't use a whole lot of power, would probably be very small and last for quite a while before it needed to be recharged. right? So I thought that would be a cool little upgrade that wouldn't really hinder it that much. So those were most of the upgrades I was thinking of doing to it that would actually affect the case and be a little more permanent. The one thing I'll probably do no matter what is like down here is nice spots for ammo and tools and whatever the hell you want to put down there. It's the same it's the same surface as the whole rest of the case. I was going to probably cut some foam or maybe leather because leather might look a little more classy. And with a case like this, foam might not have the right look because again, that's the most important thing is it looking the part. So I might cut some leather or something and put like a leather mat down in there to kind of keep stuff from sliding all over the place. And, you know, just overall increase the usability of the case. You know, these are super cool cases, but if you start searching on the internet, you realize that a lot of people that are really into handgun shooting, especially like bullseye or silhouette, all that fun stuff, um, really go and tweak and make them their own. So that's kind of my question to you guys. This is a pretty cool case. They're not super common, but again, in the end, they're not. This isn't the last one on the planet. So what do I do with it? Do I tweak it, possibly affect the value, and make it my own? Or do I leave it be in its original state and just enjoy it how it is? So feel free to put down below what you think I should do, what you think I shouldn't do, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you and have a good day.